Welcome back, everyone. It's your boy, Mr. Popo here, as we continue to surf the briny deep. And by that, I mean this really weird channel that goes from Dewford to Slateport. And here's yet another male swimmer who is presenting himself to me.
It's got a tentacruel.
As I'm pointing out, that's not cool, bro. It's not cool.
Bubbles.
Finish the sentence. I know that your sister will smack you, but
I just said bubbles.
we both know that there's another word to it. I think bubbles! Okay. So welcome back to Pokemon Emerald, everybody. I wish I could say that we were going to be taking down a gym or two in this one, but unfortunately, it's not really the case. We actually have a lot of catching up to do, since we're clearing out this path to Slateport City, but also, eventually we need to start taking care of some of the secrets in this game. Secrets. As we're going to be taking on, either in this part or the next one, New Mauville, which is roughly Hoenn's equivalent of the power plant. Safe to say?
I guess, yeah.
Because that's what it is, basically.
Oh.
Because it's supposed to be a power plant under Mauville City. At least that's the way that Watson explains it.
Yeah, Hoenn is still so much of a mystery to me, because I never finished Hoenn until I got Alpha Sapphire.
It's okay, you can say Oros.
Or, well, yeah, I guess I can. Oros, but I only have Sapphire in my...
We're totally in love on this island. Whatever will we do once we find another... Oh, jeez.
We'll reenact the movie Blue Lagoon.
I think I have to ban you now because you've made the Blue Lagoon reference. How dare you make that reference? I just remember seeing somebody bring that up in a YouTube chat and immediately getting banned by the moderator for saying, like, so basically what you're looking to do is Blue Lagoon, and then boom, you've been banned by the chat. And it was like a game stream. It's like, what? It was an actually good comparison. I remember which game it was that I was watching, but it worked at the time.
Somebody, I guess, really doesn't like that movie.
Or is horribly offended by it, I guess. Which is entirely possible, too. So, I almost don't want to do this, Alex, but I'm going to go back on a promise really quick. We lost it. It's my fault. No, it's my fault. No, it's my fault. Oh, we're so cute.
They are cute.
Not quite.
Oh.
They're on an island. The second a cute guy comes around, she's going to drop his ass. Oh, yeah, this part, too. For guy as much as me.
Ha ha ha! This dude's going to catch a big one.
All right, so now we're gonna have a tag team bout with a fisherman and a bird catcher. Almost opposites, you might make the argument for.
Whoa, Skarmory.
Yes, Skarmory, like one of the best steel types. In fact, I've actually strongly considered once I get to Pokemon League, I'm probably gonna swap things up and get Skarmory, just so that I can have a steel flying and I don't have to worry about type coverage. Because let's just be honest, once we get to Elite Four, I'm gonna have to worry about dual types and making sure that I can cover as much as I can. Because as with most games, the Elite Four is a gauntlet, and you don't get time to breathe. But anyway, so what I was getting into is what I'm saying is it's time for Drak's Anime Update. And Alex will be so proud of me, as I took 10 episodes, actually 11, technically, and I nuked them out.
That's impressive.
I am finished with Mobile Suit Victory Gundam.
Victory Gundam!
Is that the one you were stomping on?
Yes. Thanks for spoiling that.
Sorry.
No, it's okay, because I don't feel stronger for watching that. I don't feel enlightened for watching Victory Gundam. I feel dumber for watching Victory Gundam. I feel dirtier than when I didn't watch Victory Gundam. And here's why. Like, I'm gonna go like a brief synopsis over the end because, well, I want to laugh at these plot holes with somebody who will understand. So to kind of sum things up, they go back to space, and now we have kind of the for lack of a better term, the Genesis arc in it. Do you get what I mean, Alex?
No.
So, well, like at the end of Seed, they start using Genesis, and nuclear weapons and everything escalates to the point of like mass destruction.
Right.
So you're going to have like your typical Genesis weapon here, and in this case, it was something called Angel Halo, and this is going to take some explanation, but it'll be worth it in the end. People, just take the journey with me. Angel Halo is a SciComm weapon, roughly. Like I want to say SciComm U, but that's a bad translation. Basically, the Psycho Gundam, which kind of operated under the exact same thing, or because I think that's what it's called in Destiny, isn't it? The really big one that Stella pilots.
Probably.
I think they kept it called the Psycho Gundam. It's a giant colony-like weapon that houses over 20,000 potential psychics within it. And at the center is either Shakti's mom or Shakti, and they use their prayers to influence all around you to make you think of peace.
Oh my god.
It's basically so it's a ginormous mind control device.
Wow.
Okay? Except it's got a flaw. Because it hasn't been properly tested, because in war you can't properly test things, right, Alex? I mean, you don't have to worry about soldier safety or anything like that, right?
I guess.
This thing wasn't properly tested. And so when they actually... There are two flaws to it. One is is pilot error, because Queen Maria basically made the decision that, like, the only way that this is going to help is if people revert back to the peace they once had as an infant.
Okay.
That exact wording, okay? And that it doesn't necessarily... So it's supposed to go outward into the battlefield and basically dissuade people from wanting to fight anymore.
Yeah.
The prayers of peace make you not want to fight anymore. Instead, it doesn't. In fact, it funnels downward from it. And since Angel Halo is parked right within Earth's orbit, so why does that matter? Okay. The way that they worded the prayer basically makes all humans revert to an infantile state. Not even kidding. They don't even show this. All they show is like a bunch of humans going to sleep. But the way that this works, and the generals knew that it would work this way, is in a year they would wake up and they would all be roughly infants mentally.
Wow.
Okay? Now, there's already a major flaw in that, and we're going to get to that in a second, but basically you would make all of the human race infants.
Okay.
Roughly. Well, the intention is to make the battlefield nothing but infants, but since it filters down into the Earth's atmosphere, now it's a weapon of mass destruction on a whole other scale. Now let's completely bring up the other flaw in this one, Alex, is that what do you need in order to survive in life, Alex?
Food, water, shelter.
Which requires you to be awake and aware.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
So, if they're asleep for a year, what are you not doing for 365 days?
You're not moving.
You're not eating. You're not drinking.
Yeah.
So, basically, all the people that you want to be in this infantile state would have died before that point.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's already a couple of major flaws that I can point out in the logic of Angel Halo. And the best part about it is, Shakti, who is supposed to be better than her mom at the psychic thing, she's supposed to be, and we're talking by milestones better than her mom, she can't fix it.
Oh dear.
When she actually enters the key room, the center of Angel Halo, and starts praying herself. Instead, she makes all of the, what they call them psychicers. But it's basically a bunch of psychics who have been put in cold sleep that are all lined throughout Angel Halo in pods.
Okay.
It's 20,000 of them to amplify the power of this thing. And instead what happens is that through praying for peace, she makes them all disassemble Angel Halo, reassemble it into really weird shapes, and float off randomly into space.
Okay.
That's some weapon, right? Oh, but it gets stupider. Oh, it does. As we finally have a climactic end to the Katagina Chronicle Uso love triangle. As Chronicle and Uso must have their final battle in space. And in just outright hubris, Katagina immediately acts as if they are fighting for her hand in marriage. Keep in mind, this was the same woman that throughout a lot of these episodes goes, I don't need a man to be able to live my life. I don't need the little boy to be able to live my life. And now she's sitting there going, they're fighting for my hand in marriage, and whoever wins, I will marry.
Lovely.
Which leads to not only a final showdown with Uso and Chronicle, but also Uso and Katagina, as he actually has to take her out. She's gone, well, cuckoo per Cocoa Puffs at this point.
Right.
And long story short, we eventually end with the Angel Halo incident happening, everybody going back to Earth and celebrating life and celebrating peace. We also get to see a very pregnant Marbet, which has been hinted at since about episode 20 that she might be pregnant. Or not episode 20, but like after Oliver died, that she might be pregnant with his child. I'm sorry, I need to say that right. That Marbet might be pregnant. And so at that point, like, you get to see a very pregnant Marbet and people celebrating the lives lost, you know, or doing a proper send off to the lives lost in the Angel Halo incident and the end of the war and all that. And a lot of people actually died in it. So I'll give this series credit for that. But then we get to have the most infuriating moment I've ever had in a Gundam series. As that final confrontation with Katagina and Uso ended with Uso being the victor, and we think that he destroyed Katagina, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wrong! She is rendered an amnesiac blind person and is basically condemned to wander the world while everybody pities her. And that's how Victory Gundam ends.
Okay.
You didn't earn that ending, Victory Gundam. You didn't. Especially with a horrible, horrible human being that actually makes me think Flay Ulster was a much better put-together villain. In case you guys can't tell, Victory Gundam pissed me off.
Yeah.
Quite a bit. And if you're wondering if you're going to get the Gundam moves this time around, no. We have officially switched over to anime updates happening on Hat in Time. So the Victory Gundam moves will be on that, so stay tuned there. But I'm just going to go ahead and say it to people. I don't feel smarter for watching this. This actually makes me very sad to be a Gundam fan for watching Victory. It's so bad, and for some reason online gets so much praise.
Yeah.
I can only assume that they're talking about the DVDs because they finally came here. But what's funny is that the Gundam 00 podcast I did, one of the people on that had watched Victory and told me I wasn't going to like it.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. And I was, at that point, I was 10 episodes left. He's like, oh yeah, you're not going to like the ending.
Is that true? So someone told you wouldn't like it? And
Yep. And I even responded to him last night after I finished it on Twitter, just basically saying, you were right, man. I feel dumber for watching this. I feel dirty for watching this. This is so bad.
I wonder why.
I think all my complaints are obvious. What is it you're not getting, Andrea?
I don't know.
How about the rampant stupidity that is the feminism of Zanscare? And by the way, Zanscare has so many other problems aside from the feminism that I don't even like. Ultimately, I'm thoroughly convinced that any other Gundam any other Gundam villain would wipe the floor with Zanskare and would not break a sweat. Oh, and by the way, oh, Drak, looks like you have a lot of zip. That's a good thing. Fine, I've decided. I need a favor, Drak. I don't even remember if this is the Watson voice. Mauville City has an underground sector called New Mauville.
I want to say
Drak, I'd like you to go there and switch off the generator.
I want to say
Why? The generator's been running a bit haywire. It's getting a little unsafe. Okay. Here, take this key to get into New Mauville. Go and attempt to kill yourself while trying to save everybody else. Okay, so now we have the basement key. Oh, don't you worry about it. It won't be a challenge to you. You might die. I mean, that's the thing. But, you know, the entrance to New Mauville is just a short surf away from Route 110. So that's the only thing that was keeping me back from doing this. That's it. Then you have my trust.
I want to say he has a deeper voice, though.
He might. I was debating. I could have sworn we made a Santa joke about him, and I could have done that, but I don't care at this point.
So I pulled up one random review of Victory Gundam. So
on News Network?
Yeah, so they kind of like at the very end sum up their pros and negatives. So positive, increased mobile suit designs, detailed art style that makes the characters look more expressive than usual for their time. Con,
I will disagree with that, but okay.
Lots of unnecessary sexualized woman and boy nudity, a trippy conclusion that's more L. Ron Hubbard than Gundam, depressing mood never really lets up.
That's actually really accurate. Because, like, the one of the things that came to my mind is I've not read Battlefield Earth, but I've seen that craptastic movie. And yeah, that sums up how trippy and out of nowhere a lot of the twists on this one happen. Oh, but trust me, guys, you want to tune in for the Gundamus when they come out, because you are going to flip your lid on some of the things that I'm calling this series out for. Because, like, the whole nudity thing, tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
And we're going to get into it, because Alex needs to hear this. Alex, I think, will flip his own lid just hearing it. I can guarantee you, out of hearing everything that I've said about Victory, does it make you want to try it?
No, not really.
No. And actually, after talking to the guy on the 00 podcast, this is actually considered by the creator himself, Yoshiyuki Tomino, as his worst work. Now, granted, the reason he says that it's his worst work is because he had to succumb to advertisers and everything like that.
Yeah.
But no, this is just a badly written script. It like nothing makes sense in this. And yeah, I keep on hyping it, and I will hype it again. Wait until Hat in Time when we go into the Victory Gundamus. And before people worry about me and say, like, you can't be depressed when the baby's coming, I'm not depressed. Because you want to know what I did right after that? I started G Gundam, bitches! And that is great and satisfying and oh so bombastic. I am going to be so happy to go and finally say goodbye, at least for a while, to the Universal Century. I wish I could say it was fun, Universal Century, but go fuck yourself, because I'm going to go have fun in some alternate timelines. Have I cursed enough?
Okay, I think you've hit the nail.
Oh, okay, all right.
You've hit the
nail on the head and a half?
Yes.
Yes. So, that's all right. I've got G Gundam to go and have fun with. We're going to have lots of fun making fun of Tequila Gundam. And actually, Future Drak, put up Tequila Gundam right now. I'm not kidding, Future Drak, put up Tequila Gundam.
Future Drak, put up Tequila Gundam.
I need more Tequila Gundam, Future Drak. All right, so there you go. That's my anime update. I have other updates, but they're not anime oriented, and therefore they don't count under the anime update. As I went back to... Well, actually, no. Technically, it's in the anime style. Because of the recent announcements, I went back to Castlevania.
Cool.
And if people remember when we did the podcast, I was kind of on the negative as far as that Netflix series goes. I'm not there anymore. I like it. Especially with the Season 2 announcement.
Yeah.
I like what Castlevania did. I can't remember where you sit on that one.
I thought it was okay. Just kind of mediocre.
Well, here's hoping that Season 2 makes up for that. With its whopping 8 episodes.
Welcome to Netflix.
Yeah, pretty much. It's one of those things where I still stick to what I said in my individual review of Castlevania. I'd wait for more episodes. I really would. I have no problem making my way through... Because this is also kind of my complaint with Voltron 2, is like, at minimum, you get 10 episodes, and I'm like, I can wait a little longer for you to do 15 or 20. I can do that. But no, they're basically approaching it like, strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the problem with anything, really, when it's kind of made on very niche appeal. It's like, you feel like, well, you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't.
This is true. All right, we'll be back next time for more Pokemon Emerald.